All right, guys, let's get our bell ringers out and let's do our bell ringers. I'll give you 3 minutes to do your bell ringer. Everyone done? Yep. All right, Aiden, you want to go on the board and write it down? And kind of explaining how you got it. Can everyone see that? It's kind of small, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, explain how you got it.
So, basically, I just plugged in the Y because Y is here
Was?
and Y is 2. So it'd be Y minus 2 equals 3 because that's the slope. And then in parentheses of the X minus 4 because that is.
Good deal. Good job. All right, so I'm gonna write it on the board just in case y'all can't see it. The answer is y minus 2, because that's y. That's it. Equals the slope, 3, x minus 4.
Oh, so we're not doing the whole thing?
No, we're not solving it. Okay? Everyone get that? Do y'all understand where that's coming from? We're about to do centers, so I wanna make sure you all know, okay? All right, for the next portion of our class, we're gonna get a piece of paper out and you're gonna go from center to center. There's papers all across the room with equations on them and you're gonna solve them with. Yeah, you can use that paper. You're gonna split up into groups of 2 and you're gonna go to each one and you're gonna solve it. Y'all are gonna have 3 minutes at each station to solve each problem and then you're gonna rotate. And at the end, we're gonna go over it. This is your study guide, by the way, for the quiz this week. Do what? Right. So find groups of 2 and then start at a station. That's number 7. If Eureka, you can go with Jocelyn. Yes. All right, y'all go ahead. Good, I'm glad. Hey, stay on that center. I'll rotate you. We're gonna let everyone get finished or we'll get piled up.
Wait. No, mine is, that's minus what? Because if you look there, it's right before it turns into an stop sign, that's
six. So
Yes.
just remember
Yep.
six.
Good job. Good job. That was smart. What'd y'all get? I'll go over it later. You're good, you're good.
Get that stuff out.
Rotate.
Wait. We got one more minute until we rotate.
Oh, okay.
So for this one, we go up 1, 2, or over 2. Negative 1, you got it right? Yeah, good job, good job.
But like the X and Y, we'll have to do.
X and 1, very good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brother, there's one over here.
All right, go ahead and rotate. Clockwise.
Which?
Clockwise.
Yeah. Go that way. In my calculator. So, ooh, oil. Oh, it's a softball. So that one. So 3.
So, this one would be one.
So in oil like that.
Alright.
So 3 times X and then 3 times negative 1.
So it's 3x.
Y'all need a calculator, Jay?
Wait, we gotta put a plus two since it's a negative. So we'll put, if it's two negatives up beside each other, it's a plus. So y plus two equals 1/2 in parentheses x 0. 1 plus 2.
Which
I only did the
point did
one on
you?
the right hand side.
Yeah, you could have used the first one. Try that one. But y'all did it right, y'all just used the wrong point.
This is 0. And then then minus 2. Minus 2. Now, oh yeah, we just gotta find the equation.
We
Yeah.
might need help.
Okay.
We did.
Oh, then that's the answer. We don't have to even put that one.
Don't
This is
solve the
x
one. Oh,
minus
wait,
0
yes,
in
you did.
parentheses,
You
that's
can
what
see
it's
We just did the oil.
So 3x minus 3. Okay. Now we're trying to get all that stuff. So what do we do?
Add to.
Yeah, each side. That two.
We got 2 minutes, so put 2 down on it.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
You still got 2 minutes.
Or you do 1/2 x and then 3. And then you got y plus 3.
Just 2.
Oh, it's
Right, right. And you minus 3, right?
right equals 3x.
1 minute.
Mr. Rogers? Mr. Brock?
They're gonna get harder. What did we just do? What did we do? A little bit harder. But y'all got 3, so it's easy.
Are we done now? Do we have to do anything else?
That is it.
Okay.
All right, y'all go ahead and rotate.
This is pretty easy. 1, 2, 3,
Y'all got a calculator,
4,
right?
1, 2, 3, 4. So negative 1. On the, so the m equals negative 1. The x 1 equals y
Minus 2.
equals. We're gonna find those. So
That right?
1 would be the x.
We're trying to find
Negative 3 would be
the
y.
Mm-hmm. Y minus negative 2, what does that mean? It just makes it a positive, right? So y plus 2.
Alright. So
equals
y minus, or it'd be plus 2, so y plus 2. And then equals negative 1, parentheses x minus 1.
x minus 0.
One more minute.
Mr. Rock?
But for this one, I just want you to find the slope and the 2 points.
And so for that one, for 7, we just did.
That's fine. What's up?
We got, found the slopes. I know this, the equation's right, but we didn't know if we got this one.
Yeah, it looks right. Good job.
I think that makes sense.
That's the crackers.
Switch.
That, so the same thing we just did. Yeah.
Make sure you start with that point, -3 as your, x1. That first one. You read it left to right.
That one?
Yeah. Yes, sir. And remember, if it's a negative, what is that negative?
It's all right. I forgot how
It's, the y intercept is right there. It's a negative one.
So the Y one will be -1.
It's, you're creating a graph for it. So, you would do -1, right? And what's the slope?
-1 will be slope.
2. So you go 1, 2, over 1. So you put those 2 dots in the graph straight line.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, it's like saying.
What's up? So let's find slope first. We're going up 1, 2, over 1, 2, so 2 over 2. And is that a negative or a positive? Negative. So it would be -2 over 2, which is?
I think that one's right.
Then we
Because
can,
this one, we told us to just add the first part.
we go left to right.
And I need that,
Find the
but
first
you gotta
one.
change it
What's
because
the
it was a
first
negative. Yeah, because -2 plus 2 is 0.
1 minute.
My handwriting is worse by the day.
Yes.
I'm moving it back. I'd rather we take notes instead of drive it. I write in, it's easier to take notes like that.
Good job, y'all remember to do the negative thing.
Ah! Look at this.
First one we did, right?
Y'all go ahead and switch.
Oh, we did the heat
Oh, right there, place.
That y, I think it's y minus 2 equals.
But if it's a negative, what do we do?
Oh, it turned to positive.
There you go. Good
So
job.
y plus 2. Y plus 2 equals. X equals x.
What do you need?
No, this one stays there. No, it's x plus 0. Because, what's that? Okay. That's a 1?
What is x equal to? What is
That's a 0.
I know, but
That's plus.
the X one is because that is 0. So it's X minus X plus 0.
1 minute.
Get your hands game.
Yep. Wait. Get.
Three? One. I wrote this one first.
Where'd you go? The two is a slope, but negative one, right? So our first one is zero, negative one.
Y minus.
Two and over one, because the slope is that easy. We'll be there two. And we're on a line straight through. Alright, y'all switch.
We'll go back and finish.
Where y'all?
Okay, I got this now.
Where are we?
One, two, three. No, we gotta find it. We have to find this.
Line is one.
No, we have to find the slope and, we gotta find the slope first. Yes, don't you have to find the slope and
No, it
X
says
and Y?
it says write new equations we were at. That was
You have to
all.
find slope and you have to find
Yeah,
Y1 and
you have
X1.
to find those.
So
one-
what's, we go left to right, right? So what's X1 and Y1?
Do it?
We go left to right when we're reading a graph?
Yeah.
So which one is, yep. So what's X1?
Do it.
1. And then what's Y1? Negative 3, right?
And
So
then-
now we got X1 and Y1 right now, so y'all can write that down. We got that first one. And then we find the slope. How do we find the slope?
You have to do like 1, 2,
Over.
1, 2. So that'd be,
2 over 2.
2 over 2, so it's just,
There you go.
y plus, right, y plus 1 equals,
Well, if it's a positive, it's a subtraction sign, right? So it'd be Y plus 3, and then it'd be X minus 1.
oh, we do this one?
No, we did Y1.
Oh. Oh, yeah, that, oh, I gotta make some.
1 minute.
1 plus 3 equals, 1, and then
And then we have swap. Yeah, you plus 2. But
no,
that would be,
no, it's minus 1.
so it'd be 3X. Alright, y'all switch.
Okay, the slope.
We have to like create.
So we got a y-intercept, right? What does that mean? It's where the line goes through y, right, up and down. So what is our y-intercept?
1, negative 1.
So we're gonna do 0, negative 1, will be your first.
Oh, this is
Think you.
Basically.
Oh, this is long.
Yeah.
And then what's our slope?
Our slope is, 2.
Okay, so what does that mean? We go up by 2 and over to the right. So we go 1, 2, over to the right, 1, and then you make your line that connects the dots. And then label the points you go up and down on there.
This is D.
That's it.
What you got?
Y equals 1/2 X minus X.
Minus. We got, see, FOIL, right? FOIL first. So we got 1/2, and then what's negative 1/2?
Oh, well, we thought,
It is. So it's minus 3, and then we subtract 3 on the other. And so, yeah, that's right. How you doing? Trying to confuse you. I heard it wrong.
The web was going on.
Huh? It's good. should do really good on your quiz. Is everyone done? Everyone's finished? Y'all take a seat, we'll go over. Just grab you with that pencil. Alright, y'all ready? Here goes the first one, right? Okay, so it wants us to write it in slope-intercept form. So all that is y minus y1 equals the slope x minus x1, right? Alright, it already gives us all we need, right? So what's y1?
Y1's negative two.
Okay, and then x is 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what do we do with a negative? If we're subtracting by a negative?
Gotta add it to a positive.
Mhm. Okay, so we got y plus 2, then what's our slope?
1/2.
Okay. Then we got x minus what?
Zero.
Zero.
Good job. Does anyone have any questions over that? I'm pretty sure you all got that one right, one around check. Okay. This next one is the graphic one, number 2. It says write an equation from the graph, okay? So a lot of you took the first step in finding the slope, which is perfectly fine. And y'all did the rise over run, but for future reference, I want you to use that equation. So if we use that equation, how do we plug in these numbers?
And equal, slope is the
Is
negative
it
one.
negative one
Uh-huh.
And then,
minus
Yep.
negative 3
Yes, ma'am. And then over what?
over 3 minus 1?
Okay? And that gets us just 2 over 2. Okay, what's 2 over 2? 1. A lot of y'all counted it as 2 over 2 and you knew that was just 1. And it was a positive slope, right? Because we're going left to right.
Yes.
Okay? So now we gotta write an equation. We know what our slope is now, it's 1. So we're gonna put it into the equation like we just did last time. So we're gonna read it left to right, so we always pick this one first, okay? So we got y minus what?
negative.
Negative 3, and if it's
It's a plus.
a plus, there we go.
Two negatives, that's a plus.
Right. Okay? Equals the slope. What's the slope? 1. Okay? X minus what?
Zero.
One.
No,
One.
I mean,
One.
yeah,
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Okay? We got that?
Mhm.
This one says create a graph from the equation. So I saw a lot of people struggling with this one. Should be it. So it gives us the slope, right? It's 2x, so that means you go up 2 and over 1, right? If it was a negative, you go to the left 1 after you went up 2. But it gives us our y-intercept 2, and all that means is where the line crosses through this straight up and down line right here, okay? So it's negative 1, right? As our y-intercept. So we're gonna go to 0, negative 1, and create our dot right there. And then our slope is what?
You gotta go up to.
2x.
So we go up 1, 2, over 1 right there. So that coordinate is 1, 1. And we just draw a straight line through. Now, from here, you could keep going. If they wanted 3 points on the quiz or 4 points, what would you do? You would just keep using the slope, right? So you'd go up another 1, 2, and over 1. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Number 4, it says, given the equation, find x1, y1, and the slope, okay? And it gives us this equation, y minus 6 equals negative 1/2, x plus 4. So it gives us everything, right? So we pretty much know what everything's gonna be. So what is the x?
4.
Negative 4.
Negative 4.
When it's a plus like that, that
Oh,
means it was
it's
originally a
minus.
negative.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Minus 4, sorry.
So what is y?
Y
Negative 6.
Positive
Just
6?
said.
Positive 6.
You know what?
Because that last one was plus, right? So we flipped it, but this one is just a regular equation, so you just keep it how it was, so it's just 6. What's the slope?
1/2.
1.5. Negative
Negative
1.
No, just 1/2.
Negative 1/2.
But I thought you said we had to, change it.
For what?
you said the negative one half would be one half.
Hmm.
Like, I thought we had to change it.
The slope is always just what it is.
Okay.
Does everyone understand that? We're good, we're good? This one, number 5 says solve for y. What do we do first?
The full method.
FOIL, or what is it also called? Distributing, right?
Yes.
So let's rewrite it. We got y minus 2, and then we got 3 times x, which is,
3
Three at eight,
and then we got
Minus
3 times negative 1, which is
minus 3.
minus 3. Okay, now we're trying to get that y by itself, so what do we have to do with this minus 2?
Plus
add
two.
two.
on both sides.
On both.
Right. Okay, so now we got y equals
3x.
3x minus 1.
Oh, wait, so if I did this one with that,
Where is it? Yeah, because what you did here is you made that a 2, but it would have been a 3, and then you would have added 2. Alright, number 6. This one says solve for y again. So what do we do, just like the last one?
We have to, FOIL method.
FOIL method, right? Okay, so I'm rewriting it, y plus 3
equals,
equals, what's negative 1 half times x?
one half, negative one half x.
Right. Yeah, okay, and then we got negative 1 half times 6, which is,
Negative 30.
or just minus 3?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Minus 3, same thing. Okay, now we got y plus 3, how do we get rid of that plus 3?
Take away 3 on
You
both
got,
sides.
subtract 3 on both.
Good
No.
deal,
Y
equals,
negative one half x, minus 6.
Joe. Do you see what we're doing? Because would you be able to graph that from there?
Yes.
You know what the y-intercept is, right? And you know what the slope is?
Yes.
Would it be going this way or this way?
It'd be going this way, because it's a negative.
That's right. Alright, number 7, it says find the slope x1 and y1. Okay, so we're gonna do the y2 minus y1 method over x2 minus x1. So, can someone plug that in for me? This is number 1 and this is number 2.
So it would be 1 minus 3 over negative, 1 minus negative 1.
Which is
So
just
plus
plus 1. Joe. Okay, so what's 1 minus 3?
negative 2.
Negative 2. And what's 1 plus 1?
2.
So what does that make it?
A negative 1.
N equals negative 1. Okay, or you can count up and over, right? Rise over run. So we went up 1, 2 over 1, 2. Okay. All right, now which one's our first one?
The bottom, under the.
Yeah.
We go left to right, so there'd be the negative 1, right? Okay. So what's our x one?
Negative 1.
Okay, and then what's our y?
30.
3.
All right. From there, could y'all make it into an equation?
Yes.
What do we got?
Y
Yeah.
minus 3 equals, negative 1, and what's that?
X.
X.
We didn't have to do the equation.
No, we didn't. I was just saying if y'all knew how to do it. Awesome. Okay, do we have any questions? Y'all gonna be able to use that study guide on your quiz Friday.
This is.
Mm-hmm. I got a piece of paper for y'all, and it's a zombie graphing list. Yeah, you can work with the board. Yes, sir. Yeah, go ahead. it to you in a second.
Whichever one is on, you, write where they're at, or either. Should I say this?
Okay, so I gave you that tiny sheet, right? That's a list of these equations that we make into the line. So these are the answers. So you're gonna try to plug each of them in, and you're gonna try to make a line going through the zombie, okay? But the line can't touch another zombie. If it touches another zombie, then it doesn't count, right? So what you need to do is try to find one of these that matches going through that zombie and write the line on the actual graph. Does that make sense? Y'all have any questions? Awesome. Y'all let me know if you got any questions. I'll come through.
Do we have to cut them out, or can we just like write them down?
Write them down. Remember what we know from these little like equations? We know what y is and x is, right? So we can plot those dots all over, and then we just use the slope to go up and over, okay? So, let's do that. So we've got y plus 2, so that means -2 for y, right? And then that's 13. Okay, and then our slope is -2. Alright, so we go 13 right here, and then we go down 2, 1, 2, make our dot there. And then what's the slope? -2 over 3? We go up 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3. And up 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3. Make another dot. Then we just make our line. That's gonna get that one right. Get it that one up. So you would just go up and over until you get with this one.
So.
You have a ruler?
Use that. Use this side of the paper and do it like this.
What kind of box?
I'm gonna do this.
Okay. So we'll do the first one, right? I'll do it on the sheet. So we got, it gives us x and y, right? And then it gives us the slope. So x for this one is 13, and y is -2, right? So we go over here. It's a plus. So we go over to 13 over here, and then we go down 1, 2, make our first dot. Then our slope is -2 over 3, so we're going 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3. And then we keep going, and it's probably gonna hit that one, right? So you just keep going until you hit it.
Wait, so we just do that?
Uh-huh. And then whatever one you hit, right? So if that one, you'd write that equation.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Definitely.
So the first one is the.
Where's the S?
Sure.
Is there not one?
So this will be like this. That would be -2. So
And then what does it say? It's negative. So I guess that's just -1. So you just go up 1 over 1.
wait, so. We go up, or we go
open one, left one.
So if it's negative, we go to the left.
And if it's positive, go to the right, but there's not, we're not gonna hit anything there, right? We're gonna do something there, so go to the right and go down.